Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBae. I am MovieBae, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review over W.A.G.s to Riches, episode 3, entitled Humble Baddies. But before we get too into it though, I would like for y'all to please consider subscribing to the channel. Here on MovieBae, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television, and if that is the type of content you like, please binge my channel, binge my playlist. I promise you, you're going to come across something that you enjoy, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get straight into this very controversial episode, and that I entitled it Culture and Energy Vultures. Okay, here we go. Now, the episode starts off with Alexis. We know that she is newly divorced and she is actively dating, and she is not shy to say so. I believe Ashley. I'm still learning these people's names, y'all. But Ashley basically hooked her up on a blind date. Doesn't Ashley kind of look like Ashley Banks from Fresh Prince? I just got that. Anyways, but the only reason I put this clip in here, because y'all know I just do reviews, we only gonna talk about the main points, is because they talked about the list and how the dating pool is trash these days, and how men really think that they're the prize and women are doing the chasing these days. And I just wanted to chime in on that, because that is what's happening. That is not what's supposed to be happening. I hate me a podcast. That's what I call them. I call them podcasts that think that they are the prize and the only prize, and that they ain't gonna chase the women need to chase them. It's he who finds a woman, not she who finds a husband. Okay, get it together, guys. Get it together. Now let's go ahead and get into the main issue of the entire episode. Okay, all the girls it ends up being the whole cast. At first, Stoney and Julz goes to a restaurant, but then the entire cast and their husbands show up. Anyhow, there is this woman on this episode. Her name is Kania. She is a former Allure agent, and I don't know who she's a friend to, because that was not stated. And if it was stated, I couldn't hear. But she has an issue with Julz being a quote-unquote culture vulture. She does not know Julz personally. She just sees these things on the internet. So while she's talking to Stoney and MJ homeboy, she's running her mouth talking big hot money, cash money ish about Julz and how she don't like her. And MJ's trying to deflect, and Kania is like, nah, we need to talk about it now. So MJ was like, you know what? If we're going to talk about it now, then we need to talk about it with Julz at the table, not when she's not around. So they call Julz over, as they should. So Julz comes over, introduces herself to Kania, and Kania is on hush mode, ignoring her, not even making eye contact, acting like she ain't even there. So Julz says it again. Hello, my name is Julz. How are you? And then finally Kania's like, oh, hi. You saw me standing here. Quit playing with me. So the energy is already off, okay? So when Julz sits down, Kania doesn't even address Julz. She doesn't even bring it up. MJ homeboy got to be the one to start the conversation. You was just running your mouth before Julz came over here, but now that she over here, you ain't got nothing to say? Why I got to bring your issues up for you? Make that make sense. So they get into it or what have you. Eventually, Kania finally starts saying that Julz is a culture vulture. This is nothing new to Julz. She has been labeled this and heard this plenty of times. However, Julz is not having a good day. So when somebody who I don't know come at me with all this heat and energy, I'm not going to hold you. I understood why Julz was on 10 in this particular moment. Kania started saying, oh, well, my bad. Julz was like, what do you do for your culture? And I was like, hold on, Julz, bitch, I am the culture. I ain't got to do shit for it. I am the culture. What are you talking about? But honestly, Kania didn't even have a good response. She didn't even have a good comeback. She could have said what I said. Like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I understand. Especially if y'all watch my baddies review, I understand. If they saying Julz is saying the N-word, if she doing culture vulture type things, I haven't experienced it, obviously. I don't know the lady. I just met her too. But if they're saying this is what she does, I understand why Kania is upset. My issue is keep that same energy, bro. So anyways, Kania now is all getting crunk and whatever. She brings up the tweet that Julz said, so am I allowed to wear this shirt at the festival tomorrow or not? And the shirt said, lie a lot. Now, Julz, if you got an ass, but you know you ain't supposed to wear it. Now, this is the type of stuff, controversial stuff that you know you should not be doing. You should not be taking a part of. So a couple B words get thrown around. Kania started putting her finger all in Julz's face. So Julz smacked Kania's finger out her face. And then it escalates from there. They stand up. Kania gets the higher ground, starts bopping Julz in the head. Boom. All right. Now that happened, the aftermath of it all is what has got Julz the most upset. Hold on, let me let this dog out real quick. Okay, so Alexis, Sherelle, and Ashley, they all meet up and they're talking about, of course, what happened at the restaurant the night prior. And Julz is upset that no one has reached out to ask how she was doing. And the girls here, they think that Julz is playing victim because she's not taking accountability for anything that she took part of. So I'll just have to run, y'all. I'm so sorry. Let me catch my breath. Okay. So my thing is, the girls have an issue with Julz fighting a black woman in a black establishment. Okay? I understand it. They say that Julz is not taking accountability, that she could have walked away, which Julz could have walked away. That is facts. My issue with this group of ladies right now is how y'all sitting there talking about how Julz is culturally insensitive. She is a culture vulture. They do a flashback to when Sherelle said that she didn't like that Julz had cornrows in her hair, and Julz was like, if there's any misconceptions, I can clear it up now. I promise you I'm not like that, what have you. My issue with these three ladies is, if she has been doing things like this, y'all have been addressed it with her and she hadn't changed. Now, all of a sudden, because she gets into a fight with a black woman in public, now y'all don't want to be her friend no more. Now that she is doing these things that will happen behind closed doors on camera, now y'all don't want to be her friend no more. This is where y'all put y'all foot down. To me, it seemed fake. It's like y'all only got a problem with it now because it happened on camera. It's gonna air, and y'all gonna look like boo-boo the fools that y'all continue to hang out with this white girl that's saying the N-word or whatever she doing. So to me, it's giving fake. It's giving fake. It's giving fake. It's giving fake. To me. Let's go over to Portia and her husband. Anybody named Portia on TV for some reason is a dingback to me. Ding back to me, ding back to me. She's saying the same thing that the other ladies are saying. However, Portia said this quote. Let me read it to y'all. All right. So she says that, all rich people don't have the same rules. We have to do more to be accepted in certain spaces. No, that's not all rich black people. That's black people in general. That just really made me mad, because she was talking as if rich black people with money are the only ones that gotta work twice as hard and do twice as much and just to be accepted in other rooms. Like, no, baby, that's black people in general. I just had to say that. Y'all are the Portias on the TV are giving all Portias bad names. If your name is Portia, I apologize on their behalf, because it's giving dingbats. It's giving dingbats. That just made me upset. I had to talk about that real quick. But she basically said everything else that the other ladies are saying, and I say the same thing. So Portia, that I'm saying to Alexis, Sherelle, and Ashley. Why now do y'all want to stop being Julz's friend when she's been this way? To me, it's TV. Let's go ahead and get to Julz and Sade. Now, Sade just came back from a well-needed vacation after the mother, bad B, good mom, dinner, brunch, lunch thing. Sade had to get away, baby. She went to Puerto Rico to clear her mind. So she just came back and didn't know anything that happened to Julz. So, of course, Julz is there catching her up, okay? Now, this is when we get the backstory to why Julz was upset. When they were at the restaurant, when the scene first started, Julz was like, I'm upset. She kept saying, I'm upset. Oh, I was down. You're making me happy. Thank you for making me smile today. It's been a bad day. Like, that whole scene, she had been doing that. Even when she was arguing with Kania, she was like, today is not the motherfucking day. All right. So you could visibly tell that something was wrong with Julz. So now we get the backstory to what was wrong with Julz. Julz had to abort mission that very day. Okay. Sherelle called her and said everybody's meeting for dinner. Julz told her, what had happened, and how she might not come because she's not in a good mood after what had happened. Okay. So Sherelle was like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to go. I understand. So at the restaurant, Sherelle is going around asking all the ladies essentially if they want to have kids and things like that. And she also asked Julz, and now it makes sense why Julz was looking how she was looking when Sherelle asked that question, because I literally just told you like 8 to 10 hours ago that I had to abort mission, and you asking me that question. And then I was thinking, well, you know what? Sherelle probably forgot. And then I was like, they replayed the scene and Sherelle asked her twice. I would have been like, because even if I forget and be like, hey, do you want to have kids? And then I was like, oh, I forgot. Like, my bad, girl. Like, I would have also apologized. She asked the question twice. Sherelle is a weirdo. That is a weird, and I cannot stand her. I cannot stand her. So it could seem like an excuse, but I do honestly understand Julz being upset that day. Like, she was already on 10, right? So she said that she had a bad day. Then Sherelle asked her that goofball question. Then she hear her name coming from the other table. And when she gets there, a girl that she doesn't know is confronting her about the thing that I guess everybody always has an issue with her. You know what I'm saying? So when Kania put her finger in her face, her reaction was to smack it out of her face. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this lady. So I don't know what she does on the internet. I don't know what she does in her personal life or what have you. I know it's not foreign for non-black women who sleep with black men to want to be black. You know what I'm saying? I know that is a thing. So I'm not surprised if she does act this way. And yes, Julz, that was a problematic tweet. Because if you got to ask, but you know you ain't supposed to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? My only issue though with the women on this show is why all of a sudden do y'all want to stop kicking it with her if y'all said that she been this way? If y'all said she been this way, y'all been addressed it and she hasn't changed, why now do you want to cut ties? So Sade says, as a black woman, Sade says that as a black woman, she hasn't personally witnessed Julz being disrespectful or doing anything, I guess, like cultural appropriation or just basically she hasn't seen her do anything disrespectful to her or around her. Sade does not think that Julz is a culture vulture. And it's so funny. The editing is so childish. They did cut to a clip of Julz with cornrows saying, I'm not a culture vulture, and if anybody thinks I am, well, that's their problem. With these braids in her head. And that is how the episode ends. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Please be sure you like the video. It lets YouTube know that you enjoyed my commentary and you enjoy commentary just like this, so they can push it into the algorithm. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below on, do you think Julz is a culture vulture? Have y'all been made aware of her prior to the show and her antics? And what do you think about the girls cutting their ties with her? I feel like they should have cut their ties a long time ago, because especially if I have a non-black friend who's doing problematic things and I've talked to you about it and you continue, I'm a been stop talking to you. I would have been stopped talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wait until I'm on TV and it's been broadcasted to finally make a move. So that's my thought about that. And of course, please consider subscribing to the channel. I will be finishing off the series, and just binge my channel, binge my playlist. I promise you're going to run into something that you like, okay? Thank y'all again for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.